It didn't necessarily come as a surprise to Marco Van Huigenbos, but it wasn't the outcome he had hoped for.
There was some hope that we I would have received a more favorable verdict, but my expectations were that I wasn't.
After a 3-hour deliberation on Tuesday night, the jury found Van Huigenbos, Alex Van Herk, and Gerhard Jazen all guilty of mischief over $5,000. The trio was on trial for their role in the COVID-19 Coutts border blockade that shut down cross-border traffic between Canada and the U.S. for 2 weeks in 2022. Van Huigenbos, a former city councillor for the town of Fort Macleod, says at this point there's no decision on an appeal.
It's been 26 months since Coutts, since the January-February protests of 2022. The convictions we had then, what we know now, have only deepened and strengthened those convictions for me.
Doug King, a justice studies professor at Mount Royal University, says despite a maximum sentence of 10 years for the charges, he doesn't believe that it'll come to that.
It won't be a maximum sentence in this case. I would lean to a very low amount of incarceration, 6 months, something along those lines. Could easily be also 2 years of probation and no prison time.
A pre-sentence report has been ordered for all 3 men, which will look at their individual backgrounds, and that could result in different sentences. However, remarks made by the men online could play a role.
Those kinds of comments don't really support a sense of remorse. So that will potentially be factored into the punishment that the judge delivers.
The matter will be back in court on July 22nd before a sentencing hearing can be scheduled. Sarah Jones, Global News.